على كل شيء قدير وإليه المصير إن رحمة الله قريب من المحسنين وقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم. أما بعد, we praise and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We send salawat on our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his family, friends, and all those who follow until the end of time. Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. Continuing our verses of Surah Al-Kahf, the reminder of the test of wealth. The reminder of the test of wealth. Allah Ta'ala sends two people, and Allah blesses them each with a beautiful garden. And the first one, he says that I have been given this because of me. He tells the other one, I have more wealth than you, and I am a more honored person than you. He wrongs himself when he goes into his garden. He does not remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He does not thank Allah for the gift of the garden. And he says that I think that this will remain forever. I will have this for as long as is possible. And I don't believe that there is going to be such a thing as a year after, where I'm going to be returned to my Lord. And if I am to be returned to my Lord, then I will find there better than what I have here. This was what we did yesterday. So the companion that he's speaking to, he replies and he says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is verses 37, 38 and 39, or half of 39 of Surah Al-Kahf. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. قال له صاحبه وهو يحاوره. His companion says to him while he is yuhawir is to converse, while they are conversing with one another, he says in a reminder, he says, admonishing him for what he had said previously, أكفرت بالذي خلقك من تراب. Do you reject? أكفرت. Do you reject? You disbelieve بالذي, in the one who خلقك, he created you من تراب, from dust. ثم من نطفة, and then from a drop. ثم سواك رجلا, and then he had formed and fashioned you into a man. He had formed and fashioned you. Sawwa, to form, to fashion, to shape. He had measured you in due proportion as a human, as a person. Subhanallah. Allah Ta'ala asks us elsewhere in the Quran, كيف تكفرون بالله. How can you reject Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala? وكنتم أمواتا, and you were dead, meaning you were non-existent. فأحياكم, and then he gave you life. ثم يميتكم, and then he will cause you to die. ثم يحييكم, and then he will give you life once again. ثم إليه ترجعون, and then to him you will all be returned. Subhanallah. When a person passes away, we learn the phrase Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Of course, this is something we don't only say for when someone passes away. When any calamity afflicts or befalls us, that indeed we come from Allah, and unto Allah is our return. The last verse that came from the Quran spoke to us about us returning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one that had created us, that had brought us into existence. And all over the Quran this is mentioned, subhanallah, that Allah is the one that created you. And of course this creation happened in different forms at different times. From dust was of course our forefather Nabi Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and then from a drop was every one of the sons of Adam up until this time where we find ourselves now currently. لَكِنَّ هُوَ اللَّهُ رَبِّي. So the companion then says, لَكِنَّ, but, however, I don't say what you say. I say something else. هُوَ اللَّهُ رَبِّي. It is He, Allah, my Lord. وَلَا أُشْرِكُ بِرَبِّي أَحَدًا. And I do not substitute any partners with my Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In terms of where I came from, in terms of where this garden came from, I accept that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is my Lord. He is the ultimate creator. This is indeed why Allah had sent us to this dunya, to learn and to discover this fact above everything else. Allah sent us messengers so that they could teach us this lesson over and above every other lesson that we ever need to learn in this life. Huwa Allahu Rabbi. It is He, Allah, who is my Lord. وَلَا أُشْرِكُ بِرَبِّي أَحَدًا. And I do not associate anyone in worship to Allah. I accept Allah and Allah alone as being the ultimate creator, the ultimate nourisher, the ultimate sustainer, the one that gives rizq, the one that gives goodness, the one that takes away, the one that removes, the one that gives good things, the one that gives bad things. Yani these all come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَبِالْقَدَرِ خَيْرِهِ وَشَرِّهِ مِنَ اللَّهِ ta'ala. Every single thing, every single event that is to transpire throughout my entire life, it all comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and from none else. And this is what I as a Muslim believe in. This is what I submit to. This is the one to whom I submit. And this is how I want to live through my entire life. And I want to in fact grow my belief in this particular point. And in the next verse, and we'll end off here inshallah, the companion continues and he says, وَلَوْلَا إِذْ دَخَلْتَ جَنَّتَكَ. Why not? Lawla, why not? إِذْ دَخَلْتَ, when you enter جَنَّتَكَ, your garden, قُلْتَ, you say, مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ. مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ, what Allah wishes, لَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. There is no power, there is no power, there is no strength, لَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا except billah, via Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no power, there is no strength, there is no might, there is no capability except through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is of course how Allah wants for us to deal with and interact with all of the gifts that Allah had blessed us with. When using that gift, when indulging in that gift, MashaAllah, what Allah wishes. This is what Allah wishes. La quwwata illa billah. There is no power, there is no might, there is no acquisition of this gift except through the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is extremely important for each and every one of us, with whatever gifts we have, with whatever gifts we see other people have. We say, MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. Because shaitan's first thing with our gifts, he will want to make us believe, oh, it is very oh. And when we see other people with their gifts, then shaitan wants to put jealousy and enmity and envy into our hearts. So with either our own gifts or other people's gifts, we say, MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. And that will inshaAllah tame down the nafs from feeling these negative emotions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us to interact with our wealth in a beautiful, positive manner, in such a way that will take us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم تب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين